Hello everyone, in this video I will show you our new product, the ESP32S3 all-in-one board. It's a new version. It's very powerful because this board will have DO, DI, AI, AO, RF, IR, and ZigBee. So we have put all different software and hardware functions in this board. And this board will be good for the home automation project. And in this video, I will show you these hardware details and how it works with the different software such as Home Assistant and Tuya and KCS firmware. Okay, let's look at hardware details firstly. Okay, let's look at this is KinCony AIO Hybrid. So this board, you can see, they are very powerful because I have already downloaded the KCS V3 firmware. And this board also supports install on the DINRAIL. And you can see, I can use this install on the DINRAIL for your power distribution box. So first, let's look at these hardware details and the different interface. So this is just for demo. So you can see this place 5-channel relay output. This is 5-channel relay output. This is for max 16 ampere used by removable OMRON relay. So this board. And you can see this have a 3 menu control button. So you can see this is physical and the control relay on and off. This is 5-channel, just this 5-channel. This is work physically without software, without internet, without network. So if the controller is broken or the internet or the network is broken, even if I have disconnect this network cable, disconnect the network cable, you can see this also can work well because it is physical. Don't need any software and firmware. Okay, and this relay, and this you can see that have used a free GPIO used for LED strip. You can see this is the LED strip. So this have 2-channel free GPIO, GPIO 16 and GPIO 21. So this can connect with the LED strip by 3 lines: power, data, and ground. So this one LED strip and the second LED strip, and this just used for a power supply. You can see I have used a power supply. This is 5 volt. This is 5 volt power supply just for demo for this LED strip. And also you can use 12 volt or 24 volt for this LED strip. So this is LED strip. This is RS433 A and B for Modbus. This is RS433. And this one you can see that is digital input. This is dry contact digital input ground and 12-channel digital input. Used for any sensor, just dry contact. So that also supports 500 meters for long distance we have designed. And that you can see, this have a Tuya module and this have IR receiver. This is IR receiver because if you want to learn this TV, for this TV remote, you can see this is IR remote and for air conditioning. So you can learn the signal by this IR receiver. And this is Tuya module, and also have many different modules inside of this box because this Tuya module used for the RF, used for IR. Later I will show it in application. And this time we have designed for many different interfaces. You can see so many antenna. And you can see the top of the box. And this is ZigBee antenna. This is ZigBee antenna because it supports ZigBee standard protocol of ZigBee 3 product. And this is Tuya RF antenna. This is 433 MHz Tuya RF antenna. And this is Tuya IR antenna. This is for this module. And you can see the voltage used by 12 volt or 24 volt. But this have 2 different because there have relay inside. We can look at this compute. So you can see, because this have a OMRON removable relay, so you can see at the last, just this relay, if you have a different voltage, this board will have different power supply. For example, this relay is 12 volt, so your board used by 12 volt at this terminal. And if the relay is 24 volt, so your board will have a 24 volt for power supply. We have sell these two different voltage versions. Just before you buy this product, you need to confirm which voltage you want to use it. Okay, so this you can see that is analog output, because for dimmer, for change the brightness or for change the motor speed, so you will use this dimmer. So this for analog output, 0 to 10 volt analog output. So I have used a driver. You can see this is a DC driver. So this is 0 to 10 volt LED dimmer DC driver. So for this DC load, if you want control this lamp, this is AC 220 volt lamp, so you can use this SSR. So this SSR you can use for control the dimmer for AC load. So you can just connect this one output 0 to 10 volt to this output terminal, because this have 4 channel. So you will connect 4 channel of dimmable device. And you can see this have a 2 IR extender. This is IR extender, and this one you can see that is connected with the ESP32S3, and this one that have connect with the Tuya module. It's just this module directly. So this can use for Tuya mobile phone application, and this used by ESP32S3, so that you can use Home Assistant, ESP Home, or Arduino, or KCS firmware by this IR turb, because it can send the IR signal. Because I just use for demo, actually you can use a cable, max support 10 meter or more long distance cable that can extend the IR signal. And this one you can see that have an analog input 4 channel analog input for 0 to 10, 0 to 5 volt or 4 to 20 milliampere, just as usual as before. And this you can see the SD card. The SD card will save the logo when the relay is on and when the relay is off. So that will saved in the SD card by the Excel file. And this one you can see that is a RF433MHz receiver, just a RF receiver, so that we can learn this RF remote. Just you can see, I can use this RF remote or RF sensor. So if you have some RF sensor, so you can learn by this receiver. And also you see, this you can see USB-C for download the firmware, and the reset button and the download button for ESP32. And these two antenna you can see, one is for the Tuya, just for the Tuya relay module, because I will show you how many modules inside of this box. And this one you can see that have a ESP32 antenna, and this is Tuya antenna, and this is Ethernet. So this is very powerful and hardware source. You can see digital output, digital input, analog output, analog input, LED strip, and IR receiver, and IR send, and IF receiver, and IF send in the box. So let's look at the computer, and you will see, you can see. So you can see so many results. You can see our web page, and I just show you some details. And you can see this PCB board, and this is removable relay, and this is Tuya. This Tuya is for relay, for this relay, and some digital input for this one. And this is ESP32S3 chip. And this one, Tuya for IR and RF. So these two modules work together. And this blue one also is Tuya RF module, so that you can learn the RF signal and learn IR signal by this Tuya module. Remote control by internet for RF and IR device. And this one also is Tuya, but this is ZSU, that is Zigbee module. So you can use the Zigbee device for your controller. And so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 modules
on the one PCB board. So we called KinCony all-in-one board.
Okay, so this is the hardware details, and in the display you can see the Tuya is online, and this Ethernet and Wi-Fi IP address, and the clock, and if you have connected with sensor, the sensor data also will show in this display. Okay, let's look at the KCS firmware. And you can see this is KCS firmware that have showed many different information for AIO Hybrid, the software version and the server number, because this is used for the cloud server, and this IP address. And let's look at the input. The input as before, and the output, and you can see also as before. And the RF, you can see the RF, you can learn the signal. You can click this learn signal and transmit and delete. So you can see I can use a remote. You can see I can use this remote. So I just press this learn firstly. You can see I press this learn firstly. I can click. So you can see learn successfully. So this part have been learned. So you can click this close, and you can see in the monitor web page, and you will see the sensor that have a new sensor, RF sensor inside of this monitor web page. So you can see if I press this button, you can see this will be turn green. So this also is a sensor and also is a RF remote. So you can see. So this can use for FTDT or use for home assistant binary sensor. So this we have learned the sensor, and you can see the next you can see the IR. The IR you can learn the different device for example the air conditioning and the TV. So you can see we can also see many different buttons: learn, transmit, copy, and delete. So and this is TX channel, just which channel you will send out, because the H8 have 8 channel, but the AIO have 1 channel. I can choose this one, and now also I can use this remote to turn on the TV, just turn on the TV to learn the signal for the AIO board. So you can see I can click learn. So I can use this one, press button. You can see successfully. That is learn successfully. Okay, so you can see I can close, and you will see this have learned the R signal for NEC code, and this address, and this command. And also you can see I can learn the second one and send by channel 1, and you can see this time I can learn this volume up. You can see click, begin learn, and click. You can see successfully. And I also learn a volume down. So you can see I can click this learn. And this one, you can see. Okay, learn successfully, and you can see this volume is down. And now you can see I can close it. So you can see I can click this transmit. This transmit. Look at this monitor. Click. You can see this is off. I click again. You can see I click again. So you can see this monitor is up. Just need time. You can see this is up. So you can see I can click volume up. So you can see transmit, volume up. You can see. So this is up 20, and now I can press the send button down. 19. You can see 17, 16. So now you can see
I can use this KCS learn a signal and send out a signal, and this can use for FTDT. And also you can see this is copy. That copy means which IR ID you want to copy. So you not need to learn again and repeat. For example, you already have some IR signal have learned. Okay, the next you can see the sensor. And the sensor as seen as before, just this one, you can see the list we have showed that we have added a new sensor. This called KinCony TR, that is RS433 Modbus sensor. Just a sensor convert board will release soon. So that I have a 4-channel temperature and humidity sensor convert to RS433. So we'll let your sensor connect for long distance, such as if you want to use the DS18B20, because it can't be too long, but use this one for convert board that the DS18B20 can be extended for 1 kilometers. It's very long distance. Okay, now you can see the next, you can see the monitor, and you will see some different monitor. MQTT for Home Assistant, this is HA, and this is Tuya, and this is KinCony Cloud. So this different protocol can work at the same time. And you can see we have learned this IR input and IR output. So this also can use for Home Assistant, just a binary sensor. And you can see if I press this button, and you can see this will be turn green. Press this button. Sorry, I need to send a signal to this one. You can see, and the volume up, the volume down. So you can see this can be used for sensor, and also the next you can see the RF input. This have an RF input, so that I can press this button. You can see the RF input can use for Home Assistant. And also you can see this have a LED strip and digital input, and this one you can see relay. You turn on relay, you can see turn on 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, all on and all off, all on, all off. And this one you can see the digital input, just a dry contact. You can see that have a 12-channel digital input. Why have a 13? Because I have learned a Zigbee sensor, Zigbee dot sensor, and you can see this LED strip, just this one, you can see this LED strip, because in this protocol option this time we have added WS2812. So you can see at here that have which GPIO you have used. You just select by this list. And how many LED account you will use, you can import it here. And enable, just click this one, enable. So that will be very easy to list your LED strip in this monitor web page. So now you can see, I can click this one, and you can see I can change the color. So you can see red, and change the brightness. This one you can see this is blue. Sorry, I will change it. This one is blue. You can see I can click and change to red. Red. You can see change to red, and change to another. You can see this one, yellow. Okay, you can see this is yellow. So you just change the color by your mouse, click and change to, for example, change to green. You can change to green. Okay, so this is green. Okay, so and this one you can use this one to change the brightness. Change the brightness. This is 100%. You can see I can change the brightness. Change the brightness and off. Okay, so this is LED strip. And the next, let's look at this one is FTDT. So that you can click edit, and you can see we can use a different if condition and then command for your automation, because this is work locally work by ESP32S3. So you can use different condition. And the next you can see the network, and we'll show the Ethernet and the Wi-Fi and set a different work mode. And this one you can see that have generate, you can see that have enabled the KinCony Cloud, because you can see you can use KinCony Cloud server at here. You can see control 5-channel relay, 4-channel dimmer, and the 4-channel analog input and digital input at here. This also by web browser. You not need to install any software, just use by internet in your web browser in different compute, Microsoft PC and Apple Macintosh is all no problem. And this one you can see also we have used for the Home Assistant for MQTT auto discovery. So just you can enable this auto discovery and set up the MQTT Mosquito broke IP address and the username password. So that you can see in Home Assistant that will auto discover this AIO hybrid board. You can see at here. So you will see some different results and the DAC. This is DAC, just used for change the brightness. For example, I have connect with this one. This is a dimmer, and this is a driver. And this driver I will connect with the power. Okay. And now let's look at how it works. I will install the antenna, install the IR antenna, and this is Zigbee antenna. Okay, and let's look at the Home Assistant. Okay, let's look at this Home Assistant, and this is dashboard. You can see in our device and device. Okay, let's look at this AIO hybrid. We can enter, and you can see I can turn on and click DAC. You can see this dimmer. This one is a dimmer, and change the brightness, change the brightness. This is used for Home Assistant. And also we can use the Tuya mobile phone. You can see this Smart Life or Tuya. So when you can see I can turn on this relay, and you can see I can turn on channel 1. You can see channel 1 is on, and the Home Assistant channel 1, the switch output is on, and I can turn on this one. You can see 2, 3, 4. And this one you can see in my mobile phone. This is Tuya mobile phone. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 is on, and if I can turn off. So this also will update in Home Assistant, and first channel off. So this is for Home Assistant and Tuya. And this one you can see that is DAC, and this one you can see in Home Assistant that will have auto discovery from this LED strip. Just this one, LED strip. So you can see I can click in Home Assistant and change the brightness, and change the color. You can see change the color to red, to blue, to green, to yellow. Okay, so you can see this is have update in Home Assistant, and also I can change the brightness. You can see I change the brightness. Okay. So I can close it, turn off it. And this one you can see that is analog input, just this 4-channel analog input. And you can see this, the digital input at here. So this one you can see input 1, and this in Tuya mobile phone also have a input 1. So if I short for this digital input 1 with ground, you can see a short, you can see this have enabled, and this one you can see input 1 is on, release, input 1 is off, and the short again, input is on. So this work with the digital input. Okay,
And this one you can see that also has some IR signal just used for IR remote. So if you want use this remote, you can see I press this button. That is on. This button, this is on. Okay, so this have a use for binary sensor in home assistant. And this is dimmer, and this is for AC dimmer. So you can use this AIO hybrid in different software, Tuya and the home assistant and the KinCony cloud server. And also you can make some automation. And let's look at the Tuya mobile phone, and you can see if you have added the AIO hybrid in your Tuya mobile phone, and you will see this have two devices, this one and this one. This AIO hybrid for relay and digital input, and this AIO hybrid for IR, because that will be send IR and RF signal. Because this have an IR library, you can see you can create RF device or IR device. So if you can create IR device, it will be very easy to use the Tuya mobile phone IR library. You can see if I use a TV, so you can use this online guide and for quickly to set the TV different brand and different signal to test. I can use anyone. Click, and you can see this have a test. This have a test to send a signal. You can see if I press this button, this one is Tuya. This is Tuya. So you can see, you can look at this one. Press this button, and you can see when I press this button, you can see the IR turb is send signal. Press, you can see, press. So this is send signal by this one. Okay, and this one you can create in your KCS firmware or your home assistant. You can see if I press this button in KCS firmware, we have learned the IR signal. So you can see in the monitor, we can send this IR. You can see this one is control TV on off. This one is volume up, volume down. So you can see I can press this button and look at this IR turb. And you can see I use mouse in KCS send signal. And you can see this one that helps send the IR signal. You can see the red, a little red. Okay, so that means you can send a different IR signal from a different module, because this have a IR module for Tuya and another one in the ESP32S3. Okay, so this you can see is very powerful and flexible for different hardware source. And so you can see so many different hardware. And the SD card also you can learn the logo. You can see I can get out the SD card and insert to my computer. You can see I insert to my computer. And now I will open my computer. And you can see this is my computer. That have a logo have saved at here. Click. Okay, so now you can see when the relay is on and when relay is off. You can see this just every day, and anytime you have listed at here when is on, when is off at here. So you can see so much logo have saved all the days. Okay. Okay, let's back to my computer. And if you want see the AIO details, you can see our web page. And also in KinCony form, you can see this have an AIO hybrid. You can see so many different source and other new source code, and ESP32 pin define and ESP home YAML file at here. So there are so many different resources you can download from KinCony form. So this is the AIO hybrid. If you have any questions, you can leave a message to us. Thanks for watching.